Russian forces attacked the center of Sumy with ballistic missiles. US and Russian delegations meet in Istanbul. Zelensky invites Trump to Ukraine, Trump sparks a global market crash, and the EU is making big trade decision for Ukraine. Stay with us. Hello everyone, this is Ukraine Today, and here's the most important news you need to know. On April 13, Russian forces attacked the center of Sumy with ballistic missiles. One missile hit a crowded trolleybus and the blast wave destroyed the building in the city center. According to the latest reports, 32 people were killed, including 2 children. Another 119 people were injured, among them 10 children. Videos from the scene show horrifying images, people lying in the street, dead and wounded. Children are crying while rescues, police and local residents try to help the victims. Ukrainian emergency services, civilians and President Volodymyr Zelensky also shared shocking photos after attack. President Zelensky said the strike hit an ordinary city street, damaging homes, schools and cars.
Only scum can act like this, taking the lives of ordinary people. My condolences to the families and loved ones. Rescue operations are ongoing. All necessary services are working.
He also called on Europe, the US and the world to respond to Russia's terrorist act. French President Emmanuel Macron quickly reacted to the attack.
Everyone knows that only Russia wanted this war. Today, it is clear that only Russia chooses to continue it, despite human lives, international law, and diplomatic offers from President Trump.
US and Russian delegations arrived in Istanbul for talks about the work of their embassies, Reuters report. Relations between the two countries are very tense and the war in Ukraine was made things even worse. The talks are taking place in the Russian consulate in the city center. Russia's new ambassador to the US, Alexander Darichev, and US Deputy Assistant Secretary of State Sanata Kolter are leading the negotiations. The main focus is not the war, but fixing embassy operations. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce said,
Ukraine is not, absolutely not, on the agenda. These talks are solely focused on our embassy operations, not on normalizing a bilateral relationship overall, which can only happen, as we've noted, once there is peace between Russia and Ukraine.
Russia says it has trouble even paying its diplomats because of Western sanctions. US diplomats say they face travel restrictions inside Russia. Another big issue is the diplomatic properties, with several Russian buildings in the US still under restrictions.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine Today. Join us now.
President Volodymyr Zelensky said he would welcome a visit by US President Donald Trump to Ukraine, so he could see the real effects of Russia's war. Speaking in an interview with CBS News, Zelensky said that after seeing the situation with his own eyes, Trump could better understand what is happening in Ukraine and only then move forward with any place plans.
Would you invite President Trump to Ukraine?
With pleasure. Please.
This, Zelensky apparently wanted President Trump to hear.
US President Donald Trump said that CBS News should lose its broadcasting license. He posted this in social media platform X after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky gave an interview to CBS News. In his post, Trump did not mention Zelensky by name but called the CBS report false and issued the network of spreading fake news.
I am so honored to be suing 60 Minutes, CBS Fake News and Paramount over their fraudulent, beyond recognition reporting. They did everything possible to illegally elect Kamala, including completely and corruptly changing major answers to interview questions, but it just didn't work for them. They are not a news show, but a dishonest political operative simply disguised as news.
On April 2, Donald Trump announced huge tariff on imports to the US, calling it Americans' Liberation Day. Tariffs will be 10% for all countries and up to 50% for some. Markets hoped for softer rules, but Trump said 10% tariff were just the start. Stocks, oil, dollar and crypto prices dropped while gold prices went up. Trump said the decision to delay the tariffs was because Americans started to panic. Things look gloomy, he added. Trump bragged that his friends made billions during the panic.
This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million. That's not bad. He's in financials. I've always been following.
Trump's team set tariffs based on the trade gap with each country. They say the new tariffs could bring in a lot of money, but after Trump's speech, US stocks lost trillions of dollars. European and Japanese markets were hurt less. According to Bloomberg Economics, Trump's new tariff could cause US GDP to fall by 4% and add 2.5% more inflation over the next 2-3 years. Analysts say the impact could be bad as the 2008 global financial crisis. The European Union will stop its special trade support for Ukraine, often called the trade visa-free regime, in June, reports Politico. EU Agriculture Commissioner Christopher Hanser said the European Parliament that the current measure will definitely end.
The current measures will be terminated anyway. The Council has made it very clear that there is no possibility for an extension.
Hansen added that the European Commission is working on a new system of tariff goods. However, it will not offer the same unlimited access as now. Still, he promised the new system would be better for Ukraine than going back to the old free trade agreement rules and exist before the war. Importantly, the EU plans to continue working with Ukraine to update Article 29 of the Association Agreement. The goal is to create new trade rules that will support Ukraine's economy while being beneficial for both sides. That's all for today on Ukraine Today. If you want to stay updated with the real news, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel. Become a sponsor to support independent journalism and stand with the truth. Follow and support Ukrainian journalists. They are on the front line of truth. See you in the next video.